Oh, hi. You just caught me watering my rubber plant. So, my name is Holly Edge. I'm the Decomposition Center Manager here in the MATSF Supply Chain Group. Today I'm going to tell you a little bit about decomposition. Now, I'm sure you have been wondering what decomposition is. Well, actually, I'm pretty certain you probably never wondered. But if you got very curious and you looked that up in the dictionary, you would see there are two definitions. The first definition, A, is to rot. The second definition, B, is to break down into constituent components. So you're all very clever people, so I'm sure you're thinking the answer is B, to break down into constituent components. But you're probably wondering how that applies in the context of the upstream supply chain. So I'm going to explain it, but in keeping with our rugby theme, we're going to explain it as a play. So we have some very important team members here that are going to participate in this play. First off, we have our UOT correspondent. Now the UOT correspondent is responsible for supplying the tire demand for 18 months. They're going to supply that tire demand, they're going to take the ball, they're going to hand it off, it's going to go, remember, in rugby we always pass backwards, never forwards. We're going to hand that ball off to the UOT technical and quality representatives. UOT technical quality representatives are responsible for making sure we have the right bill of materials for our tires, so we know what goes into them. Now they've got the ball and they're going to hand that ball off and it's going to go backwards, never forwards, off to the next team member who is the UOT materials pilot. The UOT materials pilot is responsible for making sure that we know all the evolutions, the changes in our semi-finished materials. The UOT materials pilot is going to hand that ball off, they're going to pass it, you're right, backwards, never forwards. It's going to go to the MATSF S&OP technical planner. That person is responsible for making sure that we have the right sourcings of our materials, that we know which plants they're being made at or where we're buying them from. Once we have the sourcing of the materials, he's going to take that ball, he's going to pass it backwards, never forwards. It's going to go over to the technical and quality group. Now the technical and quality group, they are responsible for making sure that we have the bill of materials for our semi-finished materials. So we know, for example, what chemicals and what cables go into our product. Once we have that information, we're going to take the ball, we're going to pass it backwards, not forwards. It's going to go to the MATSF decomposition manager. That is me, myself, and I. Yes, you can be both coach and player on this team. So I'm going to take the ball and I am going to pass it. And it is going to go into the goal. We're going to score. That's a try, not a touchdown. All right, and in this goal, you see we have the letters P, L, A. That is the system that is going to take this information. And it is going to take our tires and it's going to convert them into semi-finish. It's going to convert that into raw materials, and we are going to have a plan. Now, you may ask what happens if you lose possession of the ball. Losing possession of the ball is bad. If you lose possession of the ball, then you do not know what tires you need to make. And if you do not know what tires you need to make, then you do not know what semi-finished you need. And if you do not know what semi-finished you need, then you do not know what raw materials you need. And if you do not know what raw materials you need, then you will not make contracts to buy those from your suppliers. And if you do not make contracts, then your suppliers will sell those materials to other tire makers. And those tire makers will make tires. And they will have their tires in the store. Michelin will not have their tires in the store. And Greenville will not have a Michelin rugby team. And that will be very, very sad. And finally, in conclusion, the very most exciting thing here in the decomposition center is that it does not
Okay, Davin, so you're telling me that for the month of July, we won't have the capacity to be able to supply tread rubber to Columbia? Okay. Have you talked to Columbia to see if they can make tires for the whole month of July without treads? And they said they can do it? Well, that's great. Okay, thank you, Davin. We'll see you later. Okay, bye-bye. Hello, my name's Bill Pickens, and I take care of I'm the Tactical Planning Manager for MATSF. One of the key functions that we perform in MATSF is to manage the S&OP process. And what's important about the S&OP process is it allows us to make decisions relative to our resources so that we can guarantee 100% supply to our customers, but also do it at the best price. Because like Michelin, we want to supply the best rubber and the best mixes at the best price. If you think about who are the key people who actually participate in that process, we have many different players. We have the director for MATSF participates. We also have the supply chain manager. We have the quality director, the calendaring and the mixing industry managers, as well as the productivity specialists for both mixing and calendaring. But we also have input from the plants as we have the shop managers, the IE managers, and the planning managers, supply chain managers from each of the plants participate. And all of that input allows us to gather the information, summarize it, make the best decisions for supplying our semi-finished products. Now, if you think about what could be exciting about that, well, the exciting part is if you didn't like the answer this month, just wait till next month, because in what we've seen is month over month, the forecast change, the market changes, so that every time it's something different. Just when you thought you've got all your problems solved, another one comes up, so you are always busy and with lots of exciting things to look at.
Well, did you check to see if the calendar was plugged in? Okay, did that fix it? Great, glad I could help. Hello, today I would like to talk to you about operational planning and answer a few simple questions for you. First question is, why is operational planning important? It's important because if we don't do it, we won't meet our customer needs. Second question, who are the key actors? The key actors are the activity planning managers and activity planners, or master planners, in our factories. And third question, what is the most exciting thing about operational planning? The most exciting thing is that it's always exciting. Every day is a challenge, and as soon as you finish one plan, you get to start on a whole nother one.
Hey, come on in. I was just finishing up my upstream supply chain to-do list. Many things to get done today. Let me finish the last one. Plant, synthetic, rubber, trees. Okay, great. Thanks for coming by today. I wanted to talk to you about the crisis management process. First of all, we need to understand, what do we mean when we say crisis? Let's have a seat. So a crisis is when we don't have the materials necessary to build the tires for the market. It means that we have to do something exceptional in order to solve the problem. Normal processes just won't get us through the problem correctly. So we put together a team and we go into crisis management mode. Who are the team players? Well, just like in a rugby team, we need all kinds of different positions and players. So we need purchasing to make sure that we can work with the outside suppliers to get the materials. We need the technical materials folks to help us come up with solutions to substitute or change the products. We need the UOTs, technical folks, to work with us on the changes in the plants. So all these players are important, along with the supply chain, to make sure that we move down the field together and push our way through to the goal, which is continuing to be able to produce tires with the right quality for our customers. Now, last thing I want to talk to you about is, what's the most exciting thing about the crisis management process? Is it exciting to come up with a new idea to solve the problem? Is it exciting to work with a whole group of people from different places to make it through to the goal? No, the most exciting thing about the crisis process is the crisis minutes. Here are the crisis minutes for many of our crises that we've had. Which you can see there's a lot of exciting information in them. They are expressive and they are full of mysteries. That's another way of saying that sometimes they're hard to understand. But the crisis minutes help us catalog the solutions we put into place, so the next time if we have a problem, we can maybe go back and use some of the ideas that we've had in the past. Thank you for listening to all of the information about the crisis management process. See you soon. Bye.